Hey guys, what's up? I'm Kelly Lynne D'Angelo, your dungeon master. I would love for you guys to use the hashtag GGG broadcast to offer up a name of an NPC, and you just might see them in this story. I absolutely would love to bring in some of your inventiveness.
Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe.
Welcome to Girls Guts Glory,
The broadcast.
Previously on the broadcast.
Maybe he sprouted wings?
Well, it sounds like there's a party later. We might be able to get some answers.
I don't think I can do it.
and from behind the head of this topiary, like you see Heddy. So all of you guys knowing that this party's about to go down, especially that like the whole quad is just full of kids drinking Magi-juice, which is like it tastes essentially like Kool-Aid mixed with vodka. But this has a little sprinkle of something extra, and that's the kick of it. You never know what you're getting. It's like the crazy white airheads. You know, like the ones that are like the magic airheads.
I love those.
You never know what flavor you're getting. So kids are already having a hoot. The guards are already starting to clear out those they can who are drinking openly and with open containers in school property. So there's already enough distraction. But even some of the security guards who look like maybe they graduated a few years ago are partaking in the events. This is a big event and people are having a good time. So with the halls crowded, full of drunken kids making out and or drinking, and with already the sound of the bass thumping, the magic bass, which in this magic world, it's just, and it's like the Flintstones. It's an animal, like a low bassooned animal, just going at it from inside the door. A whale. It's a miniature whale creating a bass noise in the distance. That's the sound. Don't worry, it's hired to be here. It's not animal cruelty.
Pretty sure that's not the whale noises that we use to meet up in our dreams. I remember using something called like beta waves or theta waves or something that would help us get to that dream state quicker.
Yes, it was data waves, was it?
Theta waves? I don't.
I think
It's
she was
the-
saying theta.
Theta waves,
Theta
thank you,
waves.
darling, Fahroot.
Yes, theta. It did. It helped us get to that place where we could meet up before we actually were together.
Met up. Yes, but do you suppose, does anyone know if there's any new human girls admitted to the school? Because we're still trying to find our third sister.
Are you guys kind of saying that as you're walking through this crowded? You're kind of like you're trying to elbow people away. There's some juice spilling on you, like on you guys on your feathers. You know, you're walking through, just trying to get to the heart of the party. Which right now you guys can hear that like all of these people jumping up and down and just screaming like, "You got it! We won! We won! You got it! We won! We won! You got it!" And you can just like hear it in the distance. This like circle of men and women just shouting. As you say this very loudly, there's like two kids making out, and the guy kind of like peeks his head to his left. He's like, "Yeah, there's like a bunch of new kids all the time at this school. Do they? Do that? I'm drunk."
Junk.
Wow, he really just quit making out with that girl to tell you that.
And then she turns around, like her head, and she goes, "Yeah, he's dead. I'm not kissing you anymore." And he's like, "Fine, whatever." And she walks away. And he's just standing there and he crosses his arms and he stares at you guys.
Well, hang on just a sec. Wait. You said third sister?
Yes, there is a third, but she cannot communicate the way that we can. She does not.
Can you guys introduce me to her? Because you're both hot, so it'd be pretty cool.
Can you not talk to
Well,
us
thank
for a
you.
second?
So this is a
Dude.
private.
Please go away.
Wait,
These are
actually,
fun.
British again.
I take my
Please go away.
I take my giant wing and kind of put it between us and this fellow.
Where did the light go? It's completely confused.
Just close your eyes and fall asleep. It's fine.
You're real drunk. Please walk away now.
Jerk.
Dirk.
Remember.
Jerk.
Dirk.
Jerk.
Drink.
Oh, I thought that was his name.
Wait, go back to the
It is
sister.
now.
Wait. Go back to this. I'm confused and I
Yes,
need some info.
We presume she must be human because we're Azamar and we can communicate perfectly in our dreams, but our third sister can't.
And why do you think she's here? I never knew you had a third sister.
We don't know where she is. We've just seen her in our dreams, so we know there is a third, but we don't know what her name is or who she is or where she is.
What?
She looks like us from behind, but with dark hair, not silver.
Wait, how does that work? If you're all sisters, but she's not at all, and
Darling, I don't know. Mother was blessed by some dragon blood old lady and
So
had
she like
triplets.
your full sister then? Oh, if you're triplets, then yeah, full sister.
yeah, but like is
The
she just-
Asimar traits is not always passed down. It was passed down to us both, but not to her.
Or maybe she's a mute.
Perhaps she is. My feeling is that she just did not receive the Asimar trait that we...
Celine, I completely agree.
Both of our parents are human. Our biological parents are human, and it was passed down from generations ago.
I'll be honest here, I don't quite understand what's going on, but just know that I'm here and I support you and I'm gonna help you.
That's why
That's
we
it.
love you, Huck.
Oh, thanks.
Anyway, we would like to find her, but we have no idea where she is or how.
And I believe in fate, so I figured Celine and I found each other here, quite on purpose, to be sure. But who knows? Maybe the universe, whatever that is, could help us out and bring her here. So we always keep an eye out, and Magi-ball games and such are great opportunities to meet new.
Magi-ball.
Oh,
There's
Lord.
like this parade of essentially what the equivalent of this Magi-ball world would be cheerleaders. Cheerleaders coming through, some of you recognize as minions, walking behind you guys, pushing forward. This head cheerleader, you're not as familiar with her, but she's like leading one of the chants, and she's handing off like drinks to all these people that she's passing. You guys know about this, like during big games and wins. There are usually a batch made by the cheerleaders themselves of Magi-ball, who essentially concoct a very special drink that they insert into floating Magi-balls. So they sort of like floating, glistening, golden. It's usually school colors, or the colors of the winning team. So these are the gold and white balls that are kind of glistening.
Like a
and
jello shot?
Almost like a jello shot, but it's like a hovering jello shot. That is like
I want one.
it almost looks like a cake. It looks like a really refined cake pop.
Druzilda and Huck
Druzilda's
just, like going to the
swiping.
crowd.
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're passing them
Getting
out
all
to
the jello
everybody.
shots.
Yeah.
After this game, I need one myself.
yeah. Huck's gonna grab like 3 and just start.
Yeah. You guys are like drinking one by one, but these are strong. So one of them is solid, like it's a shot maybe or so. But Huck, 3 of them, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw as you guys are having a good time.
I'm
in this
so
hallway.
ready. I wanted to be drunk because I love being drunk. It's gonna be fun.
Drunk.
It's an
Teenage
8.
drunk, mind you.
It's an 8.
It's less
eight.
fun when
Yeah,
you
you're
have
drunk.
disadvantage.
Huck, you are definitely tipsy with the tea.
Oh boy.
You're feeling good and
It'll
warm.
be an interesting meeting
the,
later.
The taste of it is almost like a cream mixed with almost a, I would say like a cinnamon. It's almost like a more refined Goldschlager, as it kind of glistens down your throat and it warms your insides.
Hi, this is real good. This is some real good stuff. I like this a lot. I think I'm gonna have another one.
Huck, perhaps you had 3.
Yeah.
Aren't you meeting with someone later on? Maybe you should slow down.
Wait, who am I
At
meeting with?
midnight, the journal.
The notebook,
Oh, right.
phantom.
It's fine. We've got some time.
And
Oh, no.
like there's a moment where you just feel like a tug on like your overalls
Mhm.
beneath you, and it's a Heddy who's just been like hiding in the shadows. He's very tiny and short, and nobody's like looked down. Everyone's very drunk and or partying.
Tall.
And and you're taller, so he takes a moment and he looks up to you and he goes, "I like the way you're thinking. Can you get me one? Can you feed me one?
Yes, of course.
Feed me one. Feed me 4.
I'm gonna
Feed me
get you
5.
one, and I'm gonna feed it to you like a grape.
Oh, I'm having such a good time as he shimmies his shoulders and like lets his arms out like a conga line, kind of, and then stops.
Huck does it too.
Yeah, the 2 of you guys are just
Little
kind of like
shimmy.
in a very cramped
Yeah.
hallway doing this together.
Yeah, this is a good night. I'm gonna go get you one. And he comes back. And
Yeah.
he's got a couple of them, and he's got them like shoved into the pockets of his overalls.
Great.
Pulls one out, and he pops it in Hetty's mouth.
Yes, like your feathers, Fruit, are like perfectly covering you guys just enough that like Heddy can't be seen, and they're unfurled in perfect position. So one by one, Huck is just like drunkenly, as you guys are trying to hit like his hands out of his hands, out of Hetty's face to not feed him this. He does so, and Heddy is like feeling really good. He puckers his lips and makes a popping sound at the end of them, and he goes, "Oh, gosh, this just reminds me of the old days. I miss being young like you, with supple skin.
How old are you?
Oh, I'm like so old.
Well, how old is old? Because old to me is like 25.
In my soul, I'm like 12, but
Yeah.
in body, I'm like 6. Let's not talk about age.
Okay.
Oh, anyway,
You know what's great? It's alcohol.
you're right. Now I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling
Yeah,
really frisky.
Are you feeling drunk?
So you
That's
what did you needed me to create a
making fun?
distraction or something? I don't remember.
Yeah! All right, we gotta go to
Druzilda.
the party.
Yes, so I
gotta
want to
go
go
to
to the
this
party
party.
too. I want to be a distraction. I want
Yeah.
all the attention on me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hetty, why don't you
I want
wait?
to.
We will go to the party, and when we need you, we will tell you. Okay?
Okay, but I
just-
see a boy who's asking to be kissed, so I'm gonna go over to him.
Where?
Like that boy behind
You mean
the feathers of Fahroot. It's just constantly be like, someone make out with me, I'm bored. And he's just like, let me. He's begging. Come on.
Oh.
I mean,
If he
Yeah.
sees this, he's gonna want it.
sure, have
Sure.
fun. You do you. If you gotta get some, you go get some.
Just
okay,
make
you listening
sure
to me?
he's of age.
I mean, don't just kiss him.
Oh, you're so
Just
right. I
make-
shouldn't kiss
no,
him. He's probably
Hetty,
young.
Hetty,
Oh,
make
damn
sure
it.
You know
make
what?
sure you got consent.
I'm so old.
You know what, Hetty? It's okay. It's okay that you are older. We appreciate and love you. You are wise and you are fabulous.
I just woke up one morning and I was 30 years older.
We could find you a professor to make out with.
That's what.
Like a hot professor!
Maybe that's a nice.
The
Like-
nature spells professor is so hot.
What if we
Yeah.
sent Heddy to speak to the?
Oh my god! Do you want to meet this person at midnight?
I want to meet my Prince Charming. Yes.
Perhaps it will be. Who
Send-
knows?
Yeah, you never
Yes.
know.
Oh, very, very, very charming indeed, right?
Yes, very
Probably.
well
Very charming.
spoken.
But he can't be more charming than me.
Right, well,
No, oh,
no,
of course not. Absolutely.
probably
Wouldn't
not.
even-
You guys are my best friend. And he like
Suggest
grabs,
something.
he grabs both of your legs and just like drunkenly sways.
Hetty, you're great. I'm so glad that we met you. You know, I was real uncomfortable at first because I'm kind of shy, but like now, I get you.
Yeah, if you're just hearty and you're honest with yourself, then
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful thing. I like
party's great.
it's a party.
I
Don't
love
look at my
par-
hoops though.
Are we okay? No, I won't.
Don't look at my hoops.
I'm sorry, I did. I didn't mean to. Are we gonna go to this party?
Let's go to the party.
Yeah,
I think-
party.
I need to
Yellow
get some
ball.
answers.
Fahroot, are you gonna go party?
Cobalt.
I'm going to be
Please,
the
please,
designated
please,
overseer
please.
and keep
Yeah.
an eye on everyone.
Yeah, party.
So one by
You
one,
and
you
me
guys all
both,
kind of
Fahroot.
like in a group start to make your way towards the main door where it's very, very, very crowded. You guys push your way into this party, and already there's like some folks looking at you guys like you're not wearing the correct colors, but people are just at their right phase of drunk, and it's no more than 9 p.m. or pushing into 10 p.m. at this point that the party's really starting to kick off.
I think we are, Druzilda and I are at least, and Fahroot are all wearing the right colors.
Oh yes, yes you
Mhm.
are.
Mhm.
Welcome to a month gap. But as you guys are pushing in, thank you, Kim. As you guys are pushing in, one by one, there's just the music gets louder, like almost like I'll call it divination EDM. So it's like it's like music about like gods with like holy choirs, but like
Cut to
something-
2 years from now, and like
We're still
this
here.
is no, like this is like the new music that's like taking over the world.
That Allie's releasing. and it's gonna be
yeah,
huge.
divination
Can you
EDM.
make some, please?
Totally, yeah.
Yeah,
2024.
Check back in 2024.
yeah. It's almost like spiritual in some ways, and there's that whale beat. It's just going hard. So you guys, it right now in the main sort of foyer, where all the kids kind of congregate. It's completely lit up. Like there are streamers that are glistening gold, kind of this like holy glow. There are balloons that are like exploding and then reforming. It's like a really cool celebratory environment. There is streaming confetti that once it hits the ground evaporates and goes back up to the top. So it's just like this constant sort of Great Gatsby-like environment that is cleaning up after itself.
Are we in a hall? What is the room?
It's like a circular room, very similar to the dorms that are kind of situated all around here. You're essentially in the Golden White dorm. So you are currently in their main hall, where all the plush kind of velvety curtains and pillows and the fire is still roaring. But there are kids jumping up and down on all of the, really nice looking antique furniture. There are kids hanging off one of the main portraits of like the horse and the guy on the horse. Like nobody knows who the guy on the horse is at these places, but he's hanging on to the guy on the horse. And he's like, everyone's cheering like, Joe.
Yeah,
Joe.
Joe.
It is a party, if I've ever seen one.
Is there a balcony or an upper terrace area that I might fly up and perch on?
Yeah, there are
View the
tiers.
party.
There are tiers of stairs that lead up to different dorms, like the actual physical dorms. This is the main meeting hall, the student sort of congregation center. And as you're like you can fly up to pretty much any of the perches. There's a couple private balconies for the very rich kids at the very top of the very circular sort of structure.
I'm going to fly up
Cylinder. Okay, so you fly up to one of the top ones.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you do so. You fly up there. You go to the ones where the doors are definitely closed, so there's nobody on the balcony, and nobody will question why you're up there, and you kind of get a really good bird's eye view from the party below. It's pretty chaotic.
As Huck is walking through this crowd, he's just like passing off the little chunk.
Okay, sounds good. So you're like grabbing
Like a
shot
shot dealer.
and Heddy keeps real close to you. Like as Fahroot flies away, his little grabby hands kind of like grab towards Fahroot, like longingly, and you can hear him go, "No, Birdman, come back."
And I shake my talon and shake him off.
No. And like his little finger kind of like glazes one of your talons as it flies away, and he's like, "It's so soft, it's so smooth." Bird. And you can just kind of hear him gurgle some sort of nonsense.
What is this drink? This magic
one?
juice?
Well,
I had one of those shots. Is that the same as the Magi-juice?
No, so the Magi-juice is a little bit different. You can essentially color it in any sort of coloration you want it to. It's the same concoction, though it looks different. So right now, there's this almost like Rube Goldberg-like contraption that is just throughout the whole edge of this like room, the cylinder of a room, and it's getting distilled into some sort of vat at the very bottom. It's pretty fun to look at. It's very Willy Wonka-esque in terms of its construction, but there's this giant sort of liquid goldy dancing with cream sort of bubbling vat.
Druzilda, I think I want some Magi-juice.
Darling, let me help you right out.
So it's a little unorthodox. You just grab a cup and dunk your hand into the bubbling
Oh,
vat.
I'm sorry, Imogen.
Right, because we're in disguise.
I keep forgetting. I'm so bad.
I'm terrible. I forgot my name was Imogen. And
Maybe this Magi-juice will help us remember.
So the two of you guys take a cheers, swig it down. Can I have you both roll a d20?
Starla and Fruit just like look at each other.
That's cocked. Okay. Plus anything?
No, just a straight d20, please.
15.
15?
Hey.
8? Okay.
Hey!
Okay. So, Celine,
Yes.
you taste like warm honey
Ooh.
and almost a hint of blueberry that pops with the honey as it kind of rides down your throat very warmly. It's a very cozy, and you want to drink more of it. And your Magi-juice came out pretty dang good.
Ooh,
It's
this is
not.
Oh, this feels nice. I'm telling you, it has been a tough few days. Oh, I needed this Magi-juice. How are you feeling, Druzilda? And
Yours is way too strong. It tastes like vodka mixed with maybe an ounce of orange juice.
Are you okay, sister?
Quite. Won't be drinking the rest of this, I'll tell you that.
Oh.
Don't know what you got. I got. And I just keep spitting.
Yeah.
You want to
take
try
your
a sip of mine?
Thank you.
You take a sip at first. It tastes the same. It tastes like an ounce of orange juice mixed with a
Afraid our
ton of
taste buds
vodka.
are not identical.
Well, this is amazing. I'm having the best time.
And I'm happy for you. You deserve it. Because
Where
you
is
did have a rough
Cold
few days.
Vault?
Where is that bastard?
So as you guys say that, you guys can hear a very low hum of a chant. And you can barely make it out, but it's only by 2 or 3 people, but within a few seconds, it starts to get louder and louder. They're spelling C-O-V-A-U-L-T, C-O-V-A-U-L-T, C-O-I-A-U-V-T, and like it's getting louder and louder as everyone's starting to hit all of the items here. As Fahroot, as you look, by one of the balconies not too far away from you, just pretty much directly across from one of the open doors nearby, you can see a couple of these kids who had just recently played Magi-ball walk out and kind of calm the audience down as everyone's kind of chanting his name. One of the kids up in the balcony looks down at everyone and says, "My fellow divination compatriots, thank you for coming to our game upon which the other team was thoroughly defeated. That being said, I want you all to party hard because Kovalt's coming out and he's about to tear it down." And all these girls start to giggle around you guys. There's some bros who chuckle. He's like, "He's got something in store for all of you. Get ready for the C-O-V-A-U-L-T demand!" And everyone like cheers. And it just breaks out into like a second version of this sort of debauchery as everyone's getting real excited for the star to appear pretty soon.
Druzilda links arms with Celine bracing.
I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm feeling very confident right now with my Magi-juice, and I think I need some answers.
Hey.
Ooh,
Couldn't
maybe
agree more.
not.
Hey, Celine. Do you want me to shoot him?
No.
Not
No.
yet.
Okay.
So-
Just give me like
No.
a hand signal, like touch your eye, and then like,
No.
I don't know, do a bird, something. I'll shoot him. I'm ready.
Huck, I know you are,
Yeah.
and I will tell you when,
Okay.
but probably not tonight.
Okay, if you say so.
As this is happening, you hear like Heddy starts to like kind of stumble, and he goes up to Starla and he points to Starla and he goes, "Hey,
Yeah?
so I have this thing I can do.
Mm-hmm.
I am so good. I'm so good at dancing. I am so good. And if you need everybody here to just look at me, shake my good thing,
Mm-hmm.
I have an ability where I shake my good thing and everyone can't stop but watch.
That sounds like it might be helpful.
Problem is, you all need to like make sure you close your eyes when I start dancing, because it's like my hips don't lie, and it will hypnotize you.
Is it like a spell?
Oh.
Is this a spell?
Alright.
Is it? It's not a spell. It's my hips.
Do your hips cast a spell?
Well, they do glow, and then everybody looks at me for a very long time. So, I never really thought of it as a spell. I just thought it was good at dancing.
That sounds like magic.
That could be very useful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep that in our back pocket for now.
Just as a note, though, I don't just do it. You need to give me a style. I need to have a point of inspiration.
Vogue. When it's time, you will vogue.
His
Yeah,
eyes
B-boy.
water. His eyes like begin to water. Like he's so excited that you requested voguing, and he goes,
I just feel like you'd be really good at that.
"No one's asked me for so long. It was
Darling,
outdated,
it's
and then it
time.
went away,
It's
and now
time.
it's back, and I'm just so
The
thankful."
renaissance of Vogue.
Okay. Well, I'm holding it. I'm holding it in as he does like one little hip
All the
thrust.
better for it to come out later.
Okay.
Later being key.
And you can see his like,
Only when Celine or Starla gives the go ahead.
you can see his like little satyr leg like try to do like a death drop. And you can just see it like shaking, like he's just ready to go, but he doesn't know what to do. So he's holding it in as best as he can, as he tells you that he has this ability. If you need it.
That will be helpful, I think.
That's real
I
cool.
think it actually quite would be helpful.
Then we need a distraction for something.
What is this covert? Covert.
I think the distraction was to get into the party, but we're here.
All we needed was a little alcohol. I like alcohol. It's real good.
As you guys are all talking and partying pretty hard, there's this sort of like secondary chant as people realize that it's time for the captain to come out. It's been a few minutes, right? Everyone's getting excited and more drunk and partying harder. As everyone's starting to do this, there's a moment that you can see the four captain or the four sub-captains come out from that same balcony as you're looking through it. They all kind of come out and hush down the audience once more. One of them is about to open his mouth to speak to you. From behind them, though, there's this burst of light as somebody jumps off the balcony. And mind you, this is a solid about 100 feet up. And someone jumps off the balcony. And then there's like this floating downward, these outstretched white wings. And it almost looks like an angel himself is starting to fall down. It's Cobalt making a very grand
The
entrance.
wings.
Remember?
So,
Did he have
When-
those before?
as everybody's doing this, everyone's like chanting and cheering and like just completely intoxicated, having a great time. He slowly begins to float down and he lands on top of one of the velvet cushions as all these kids kind of dive off it nearby who have been kind of jumping and screaming on it.
Do we recognize this as something like Asimar or like where are these wings? Do we recognize?
I want you to roll a quick perception check from where the two of you guys are, curiously.
15.
10.
15 and 10. I'll say this much. From the tinges of sort of glow around the rim of the wings, you have a feeling it's an illusion. You have a feeling that somebody, maybe a buddy, somebody very strong, gave him an ability to float down, and then somebody illuminated or created the fake wings, because they pretty much are easy to see through once you're a little bit closer. Once
But-
you're about 30 feet away, they don't look as real.
Didn't his bed have like a winged impression in it?
It did. But these ones look not real.
Kids are having, talk about being 17 or 18, having a limitless amount of delicious alcohol before the security guards or anybody breaks up the party. Like, it's crazy town right now. These kids have wanted to let loose. It's the beginning of the school year. It is just, it's chaos. It's complete chaos. Especially since it's all leading up to a very exciting, prom. You can tell that this is iteration number 1. This is game number 1, and already one team's in the lead. And they're feeling like the odds are on their side. So as this partying is happening, Cobalt kind of calms everybody down. You're getting a much closer look at him right now. He does look like he's bulked up severely in about a month. Like, you don't remember him being this strong looking, but he looks like he has a lot of fortitude and strength. Like, he's been at the gym maybe 12 hours a day, nonstop for a month. You see that his hair's shinier. His smile is perfectly straight. And there's a confidence in him that you have never, ever seen before. Sort of a bravado that isn't as admirable as the guy you casually dated in the hallways and kind of had a blooming relationship with.
I think he sold his soul to the devil.
Something is going on, but this is not Michael.
No.
As there's a moment he hushes the crowd, as the cheers are just ear-piercing. Takes a moment, he goes, "Friends, fellow students, it is my honor to have you and host you here today. I can see that there's a few from other schools, but you know what? We're going to put that all aside because you're all here because you know we're going to win." As everyone kind of cheers, it's like, "Don't worry, divination's the best. Just make sure you have a DD. As he like laughs and kind of points to everybody, and people like half laugh. Like, it's not a funny joke, but people are excited about it because he's cool. And he takes a moment, he looks out at everybody, goes, "Now, a few weeks ago, none of you even noticed me. But it's funny how few weeks of trying, and the world's at your fingertips, right? And everyone kind of like cheers to that. And he takes a moment and he goes, so, I want all of you to raise your glass. Here's to a new year. And he raises it. Not even looking in the direction of all of you. There's too many people right now. It's too crowded. But he raises it. Everybody in there raises it. Couples, kids. There's a spread of individuals from freshmen all the way up to pretty much senior year. And there's a succession of it. So like there's even people around you who are like nudging you guys, like join in on the fun sort of vibe. If you guys grab a nearby glass, it kind of, there's a moment and there's a beat. And he kind of looks at everybody and he throws the drink back and slams it down and everybody does it and there's a cheer. And then the music just starts up again and it's thumping and it's pumping and there's all these people who come up to him to talk to him. And he gets swarmed by fans and admirers alike right now. There's about 8 people around him.
Druzilda, Imogen. Should we? I want to sneak closer and see if I can hear anything of what these conversations are, or if I can get any information.
I grab her hand and start making a beeline towards and working my way through the crowd, weaving Coachella style.
As
Half
you start
dancing to the tunes.
As you start to
Quite
Coachella,
tall.
you start to Coachella weave.
Uh-huh.
Celine, you almost stop halfway as you see Koval. There's this girl who like jumps on him and just kisses him, and he kisses her back.
I try to put my hands over her eyes.
Ass. Oh,
Do you want me to shoot him now?
not yet. Oh, he is going down. He is going down. And I look around for the closest man I can grab and kiss.
It's currently Heddy, who has slowly walked beside you guys. Not Heddy.
Not Heddy. I want a hot student. Maybe another Magi-ball player.
Yeah, there's a pretty like strong-looking half-orc nearby you who's like pretty strong.
He'll do.
Okay, so like, he looks down at you, you grab him, you kiss him out of the blue, and he kind of like melts into your, into he's taller than you, very tall, but he like kind of melts into your little face, and he's like, you let go of him, and he kind of doesn't know where to look for a second. As his eyes focus, he goes, thanks.
No, thank you. And I walk off, head held high, with a lot of sass and a lot of anger in the back of my eyes.
Yeah, and as you do that, you catch, my dear Druzilda, that he doesn't seem to notice that. He seems to be very preoccupied in this current girl who is kissing him, which, upon closer inspection, does seem to be third, the tryhard, as they call her.
I swoop down from my perch, but not too low.
Okay.
Maybe about 20 feet above them.
Mm-hmm.
And I drop a massive turd right on his head. Oopsie daisy.
Wait, on her head or his head?
On them both.
Oh, splash.
It's good luck, don't worry.
And
then
that
I
was
just
the wrong
fly
moment
out.
to take a sip of water.
I'm gonna need you to roll, roll to hit.
19.
19?
That'll hit.
Plus whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, plus. What would it be plus?
Is
this a dex?
This is probably just plus dexterity. Yeah, plus your dexterity
Oh,
modifier.
well then. Oh, that's going to be a 25 to hit.
Yeah, no. That plummet of power falls right on down onto the two of them, and specifically it hits the girl too. Like he's like kissing her and she's kissing him, but she was kind of like on him, like like jumped on him kind of vibe, and it just hits her hair and hits his face. And like he pries her off of him. He takes a moment and he smells and he goes, oh gosh, this is gross. This is absolutely gross. Can somebody please, anybody, come on. What the hell? He looks up and he like is trying to see you. Can I have you roll a stealth check?
It's going to be a 16 plus 6, so that'll be a 22.
He cannot see you as he's looking up, but your black feathers perfectly against the sort of falling golden confetti. It's just a dance enough that you remain in the shadows and you're able to kind of get back to the perch that you were once at. A little bit lower, but you're able to perch nearby another balcony. As he's just looking around angrily, but he almost doesn't care. He almost just wants to get himself cleaned right away as some of his friends come by and start to like prestidigitation, all of the crap literally on him. A moment passes as he kind of flounces his hair back. He looks over the full crowd. Currently, for anybody in the main crowd who does not have a disguise on, that isn't wearing something of the colors of the school, he's taking stock as to who might have just done that. He's looking actively, and anybody who doesn't seem to be participating in the events. And there's only one person currently who is not participating in the events and walking away from the party. And I think that would be useful because you turned around and you're walking in the direction of the door, or at least back to your friends. The only person not facing him. And you can catch Druzilda, that his eyes kind of look over as to who might have done that. And everyone's facing him right now except one person, your friend who turned away.
And just in case he seizes me.
Yeah.
Just in case he sees me and mistakes me for Celine, because we do look quite alike, I toss my hair and huff off just like she did, just in case he thinks I'm her.
Okay, there's a moment that passes. Starla and Huck, the two of you guys on the ground, and Fahroot, from not far away, you're watching him like a hawk too. You can see that he kind of whispers to a friend of his and nudges kind of in the direction of where your friends are turning. One of his bros to the right kind of jumps off the couch and makes his way and beelines it towards Druzilda and towards Celine. Right before they meet back up with Starla and Huck, pretty much in the center of where all of you guys are, and Heddy kind of in the corner, praying silently that he can dance soon. This guy kind of approaches and taps you on the shoulder, Druzilda.
I whirl around. What?
Hey, are you the dude who threw crap at my man?
And I just huff back.
I'm gonna take that as a yes. And he kind of like walks forward and he goes up to the group of you guys and he crosses his arms and he goes, listen, I get it. You're all jealous and you all wish you could have him. But no reason.
That wasn't the alcohol.
Well,
darling, you're so mistaken. It's not even funny.
Sorry, but none of us can actually poop in that direction.
I wish I could poop from above while I'm down here.
Yeah,
Don't have a spell for that.
And besides, look at all of our hands. Wouldn't we have some, like, poop or something?
Plus, my poop has glitter in it.
Does it really?
Do you see? Yes. Do you see glitter anywhere on that stage?
he takes a moment. He seems really confused and semi-drunk as he looks at you guys, and he doesn't really. He kind of half believes what he says, but also thinks that you're just working from a place of like jealousy, essentially. And he takes a moment and he looks to you guys and he goes, "Listen, my man Koval, he's been getting any girl he wants, okay?
You listen!" And I get all up in his face and I intimidate him, trying to get him to fuck right off.
Okay, roll an intimidation check. Let's see.
I'm intimidated.
20 natural.
I'm intimidated.
I rolled a nat 1 in contest. So
Oh my gosh.
here's
So
what
do you faint, please?
here's what happens. No.
Oh boy. What?
You yell at him in such a way that his voice goes down like 4 octaves. You swear you smell a little bit of fickle pee. As you hear him say, "I'm sorry, Mom. I mean, Miss.
That's right, you call me mummy.
Just call us
Go to your room.
Dude, come on. And he just kind of turns around and he runs away in tears
That's gross.
into his dorm room.
Nasty.
And you! I turn my eyes toward Colvault because by now, surely everyone's watching.
Well, it's actually pretty loud, but Koval was watching you guys. So when you turn around and say you, he's looking directly at you.
Oh god.
And I motion with my finger for him to come because he's got some explaining to do.
Oh,
He
no.
kind of swaggers.
I'm gonna ride this natural 20 as long as I
kind of
can.
like nods at you in a sort of like acknowledgement sort of way. Hops up, pats down 2 of the girls next to him, like relax, ladies, and begins to make his way forward. His shoulder width has grown. Like he's definitely gotten 2 inches thicker on his shoulders, and he almost seems taller in stature, almost as if he had had a growth spurt overnight. As he begins to make his way through, and walk in his direction towards you. Koval was always like a good-looking guy, but we'll give him the Neville glow up. We'll say that. He had the long bottom curse, and right now he looks. Celine was dating during the transitionary phase, but right now he's gone full blown.
So he was on his way to being like this when we were together, or this just happened overnight?
It seems like it happened very quickly. If puberty was a god's gift to somebody in 1 month, and it could happen. But Celine, you feel like this is a different version of him, almost in some ways. Like this is the version he always wanted himself to be. As he approaches, takes a moment, walks up to you, Druzilda.
And I put my finger between his shoulder blades, and I march him to the nearest bathroom where we can talk in private.
As he tries to do
explaining
that,
to do to my sister.
As he does that, he like whacks off your hand from your back, and he looks to you as you're trying to guide him in a direction, and he leans forward. And he goes, "Listen, I don't have time to play, so if you're the one who just threw that crap at me, we're gonna have to have a conversation."
So not the one, and so not playing.
Does he recognize her?
He looks at you like with sort of scrutiny. What are you wearing right now in terms of your garb and your clothes? Are you only wearing the colors and your face looks normal, or did you wear the wig and put on makeup from the Cosmos Cosmology?
I don't think I grabbed any wig or makeup.
Okay.
So I think I just look like me, but with colors.
Okay, a moment passes. He kind of stares at you. He grabs your hand, he looks down at you, and he goes, "You guys are kicked out. What are you doing here?"
Heddy, dance!
Wait,
Yes! I turn around and look at Heddy and I go, Heddy, dance! Time to vogue!
it's my turn to
Close your
shine,
eyes,
Mama.
girls.
He jumps out onto a table, and everyone kind of gasps as he looks to all of you guys like, close your, like the warning he gave you.
Yeah, I'm
So
shielded.
the moment that he jumps up in there, everyone
Just in
looks in that
case.
direction. You catch that very quickly. Koval looks, but also catches and closes his eyes as he's looking at all of you guys too. So as this is happening, he snaps his fingers twice as the perfect voguing music begins to fill the room, and everyone's very confused. But like a couple kids are into it, like accidentally. So he begins to vogue, and he does like a couple of thrusts with his arms, and then like thrusts his like curly hair back, and then kicks one of his hoofs up, and then does a death drop, and everyone like cheers as he like slides back up, and he just looks at a student and begins to like wiggle towards them, and then like kicks his foot back like he doesn't care about them, and then like starts to flail in another direction. So as he begins to do that, all of these kids have to make a charisma save with disadvantage because they're drunk. So everybody in the room who is currently looking at him, you guys can feel as everyone's beginning to thump to the beat and the rhythm of Heddy. As a moment passes, the rest of you guys are slowly peeking through your eyes as you're hearing everybody starting to dance. And what you guys see is this, as you peer into the sort of party and parade happening. Everybody is just staring and like dancing to music and have drinks, and like he's just dancing on the center table and like going full out. As he's doing this, everyone's cheering and drinking along with him. Some kids are kind of moving to the groove, and he looks to you guys, and as he's dancing, you off the side of his mouth you hear him say, "I can only keep this up for so long, so you have like probably an hour." Yes. Okay. So
We gotta go.
as I'm doing this, use the time,
Druzilda.
and I will use my stage. And he just keeps going. He's just going, and all of these kids are dancing.
Druzilda whispers to Celine, "Where would you like to take him? Now is our chance."
Any empty corner?
He takes a moment. He looks over because Koval himself had closed his eyes and looked in that direction, and then looked to the two of you, and he goes, "Interesting.
I have a question for you.
Your name? Who are you?"
My name is Trixie.
Roll a deception check.
Oof.
6.
Okay.
You fail me.
And he looks
when I need you the most.
He leans forward. He gets pretty close to you. He's like maybe 6-7 inches away from you, and he looks at you and he goes, "Well, Trixie has a pretty bad wig." And he looks up at your wig line, and it's pretty fake looking right now.
All right, fair enough. And I take out my necklace that you gave me. Tell me about it.
Oh, I can tell you about it. Time, small, forgotten. You're just one of the others. And I want you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit.
Can I do something?
Nope.
Okie dokie.
There's so many things I want to do right now. I'm like, do I order? Do I put him to sleep? What do I do?
Hold on.
Oh, Styler's just gonna stab him in the leg.
What do I do?
But I will wait.
I also, unfortunately, need you to roll this with disadvantage because you took a drink.
Oh. Hold on. I have something that I think it's.
I would like to, in the meantime, roll a perception check.
Maybe in a bit.
What am
Maybe
I
you guys
rolling
see this
right now?
as he's talking to Celine. A wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom
please.
saving throw.
So I
Pretty
can't see
quick.
her.
No, he got very close to her face and he whispered it.
I'm lucky because I rolled a 1, but I have the lucky feat. Thank
Okay.
goodness.
And it has to be the
Alright.
lower of the two.
Mm-hmm. If there's anything that can be done. 5.
Okay. You hear him say this, and something goes through your body, which is like a almost empathy for him, almost like he's never gotten a chance to do something like this, and as angry as you are with him for the way he's treated you, maybe you were one of only many, and you're kind of like dealing with the fact that maybe this isn't exactly who he's always been, so you're kind of releasing that anger towards him right now.
Okay. I am one of many, and you will be one of them. Good luck.
Okay, come on, guys. Let's party. Let's have a good time. That's what it's about. Your friend apparently agrees as he turns and looks in the direction of Heddy.
I just have one more question. Where did you give this to me?
And he holds it and he looks and he goes, chemistry. And as he says that, Celine, he gave it to you in chemistry. Definitely.
Yes, you're right. I remember.
Thought so. Takes a moment. He kind of looks it up and he goes, pretty crappy though, isn't it? And he throws it across the room. He kind of laughs and he chuckles and he smiles at you and says, I want you guys to have a good time, so let's have a good time. And he kind of turns around and begins to walk away. Yeah.
Can I sneak up?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth.
Oh, you cannot sneak right now because he's seen all of you standing around. So he feels your presence nearby him. Are you going to try to whisper something near him? Like, he can feel you as he's walking away. He looked at all of you guys. He is recognizing that the four of you. Fahroot, he doesn't see you.
I'm in disguise though.
Yes,
Yeah.
but you're not hypnotized. He noticed that you guys all, like, looked away.
Oh yeah.
So there's a moment that y'all aren't dancing, having the drinks and trying to perform this moment, or didn't really know what would happen in this moment. And he's like acknowledging that the four of you guys are currently not dealing with whatever distractions happening.
Okay. Then I wouldn't. If I can't sneak up on him, I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
Uh,
As he walks away, I would say you take one step towards him, and he takes a couple steps away, and he turns around and he goes, "Listen, I get that you're here for me, for whatever reason, but let's let bygones be bygones." And eventually you'll all get caught anyway. Everybody here knows you're expelled, so might as well have fun. Right?
I don't know you, dude.
We might as well have fun, right?
I look at Celine and I just say,
Yeah.
you say the word. I'll do anything in my arsenal to him. You
It's
just
fine.
say the word.
He's fine. Look, he's nice.
Ay.
Being nice to us.
Yeah.
I
I'm gonna-
try to.
Thank you.
I roll an insight check.
Actually,
Celine, is she under a
as,
spell now?
as he says, like, she's fine, he's fine. Takes a moment, he goes, "Thank you. Follow me, Celine." As he takes a
Ooh,
moment
No.
and asks you to follow him.
Can I touch her before she
You
leaves?
begin, yeah.
I'm gonna touch her before she leaves and cast protection from evil. Good.
Okay, yeah. You suddenly cast protection from evil and good, but there's a moment that he's like, "Listen, we dated, and I just want you to come sit over here with me. I want to apologize. Can we just move forward?"
Okay.
Okay.
Right?
No,
I'm
no.
still under a spell, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
currently. And he's grabbing you. He's like trying to bring you over by where the plush couch is, where those two other girls were fawning over him.
Okay.
I'm following.
Okay,
Like,
sounds good.
Right.
If you have another saving throw, I assume this is charmed. If it's
You don't know what it's.
if it's charmed, frightened, or possessed, then you have advantage on the next roll.
Yes.
Actually, you have advantage.
Nobody saw this.
Continue.
Celine's just asking.
She's acting
really weird.
Yeah, this is my support buff.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna cast it on.
I'm gonna go in the direction where he threw the necklace.
Okay, sounds
Which
good. So
will
you go to the
negate
other
my
side of the room?
drunkenness. So basically, it'll just be
The other side of the room.
Yeah.
All right, Starla, you make your way to the other side of the room. You're walking with him because he's asked you to
Celine
sit on
yeah.
the couch. You're following him as well, Druzilda. Huck, where you want to go?
I'm going to use my where is it? Because I'm tiny, I can hide behind people. And I'm naturally stealthy and I have halfling nimbleness, so I'm going to follow them.
Okay.
But I'm gonna hide.
Okay, sounds good. So you follow, but by one of the people, he's not paying attention as much to the shorter team.
I'm a little guy.
You're able to kind of duck behind somebody. Fahroot, what do? Do you stay in your position as you're watching this go down?
Yeah, I think I'm good. I'm
Okay.
just observing.
Sounds good. You're still about, I would say you're about 60 feet up, kind of getting a good bird's eye view. No longer the highest, but about halfway down. So as this is happening, he brings you over to the plush couch. Druzilda, you get kind of close and he kind of motions you to get away from the couch, like step back. He sits there and there's these girls who were like fawning over him, who at this moment seem to be kind of entranced in this sort of dance of the satyr himself. You take a moment as he beckons you to sit next to him, and he asks you to take a seat.
All right, I sit next to him.
Okay.
And I sit next to Celine.
And I'm gonna sit behind the couch.
He like looks at you, Druzilda, and he's like, "This is a private conversation for people who have dated, if you don't mind."
Sorry, you should know by now we're a package deal.
Celine, do you want her to leave?
Do I?
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do.
I'll be right over here with Huck, behind the couch.
You don't see me.
Oh.
And you just announced you were here with Huck, and you look for Huck, and you did not see where Huck is.
Don't know where
Don't
Huck
call
went.
me out like that!
So you just hop off and you wait at the foot of the bed, which is about 10
It's
feet
a
away.
bed?
It's like a couch. So he's on the he's perched over the edge of the couch, so kind of on the high part. So it's about 10 feet away.
Okay,
Yeah.
10 feet.
He
And
wants
I'm
to just
watching.
get further away. So he takes a moment. He looks to you, Celine. He goes, "I know we dated, and I know times are hard, but right now the two of us just need to look like we're talking, right?
Yes, right? We need to look like we're talking,
Just
right?
let's keep looking like we're talking as I make sure that some things get taken care of, right, Celine?
We'll just keep looking like we're talking while you do those things.
God, you're so beautiful and dull and very, very dry when you're looking at me and doing this, aren't you?"
Thank you, I am so beautiful and dull and dry.
And he goes up to your ear and he whispers and he goes, "You know, it's a shame. Cobalt really likes you." And as this happens, you guys catch above you, bursting out all of the very elite sort of dorms that are above ground, about 4 winged creatures, like all bursting from it and flying down. As he does this, he smiles at you, his mouth opens, and he bites into your neck.
Next time on the broadcast.
You see 4 creatures fly down.
Now I know that she's charmed and she's not herself.
Okay, stop dancing, please.
Sorry guys, this may be the end of all our podcast episodes. Hey, I'm Kimberly Doherty and I play Celine Tessar.
Hi, I'm Kellen Coleman, and I play Lettie Marie Ricecroft.
Hi, my name is Alice Gretchen, and I play Druzilda Slendron.
Hi, I'm Erica Fermina, and I'm playing Starla Highhill.
Hi, my name's Rachel Seeley, and I am playing Huckle Oakley.
And I'm Kelly Lynn D'Angelo, your dungeon master and woman of many faces, creatures, and things unknown.
I'm Richard Quiner, and I produce this podcast in partnership with Wizards of the Coast.